I'm excited. You're watching this. This is Mr. Kennedy taking a chop from Savage. He just gave me a nice stiff one. Nice stiff one. Oh, solid. So I appreciate you, brother.
You're watching Wrestling with Savage, the best late night wrestling show in the world.
I say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Because they are the best tag team in the world. Tag team.
Be my honor to be a guest on your show.
Christmas bully ring. Good job, Savage. It's the best hat in pro wrestling. Can't get a fucking raw man yet. Raw fuck.
It's MDK and Wrestle with Savage all fucking day.
Okay. You got over here.
Well, what do we got over here? Have your cake and eat it too.
Look at anything.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. Her last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage.
Wrestling with Savage begins now. That's right, people. Ladies and Wrestling with Savage does begin now, but we're not going to start off the show like normal. We're going to have to do a 10-bell salute right now. All right, thank you for staying with me for that. Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. Still, unbelievable tragedy over here. Jay Briscoe gone way too soon. Tonight, AEW, I thought they should have did more. They should have had a video package. There should have been a 10-bell salute, but you definitely saw his presence in the show. A lot of people were wearing the Jay armbands. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into AEW. We're going to get into Dynamite. We're going to break everything down. But I just want to start off the show by really recognizing Jay Briscoe and the work that he had. And it's very upsetting to me because I didn't become a Them Boys fan until maybe like about 2 years ago. I really started getting into their work because, they finally started getting the recognition that they deserved for the years and years of sacrifice and hard work and championships and banger after banger after banger. Even so much so that they had match of the year, tag team match of the year, at least. I'm not going to, go back on what I said about Cody and Seth, but tag team match of the year for sure. But more importantly than anything, we lost a father, we lost a husband, we lost a brother, we lost a human being, a real one, a very real one. I've never heard anyone say a negative thing about this man, and he's going to be missed. And right now I want everyone to take a moment out of their day to pray for the family, pray for the kids, and let's do everything we can to come together as a community and support the Briscoe family this entire year and make sure that they understand that we care and we love him and we're going to miss him and we're there for them. The whole wrestling community is there for them. This guy was awesome, and you can see he got along with everybody. He had a big heart, a big spirit, great promo, great body of work, and he will be sorely missed. You see another picture there with him with the Good Brothers. I mean, these guys were world-renowned wrestlers, and they were friends with so many people. And it's gone too soon. Gone too soon. But like he would want, the show must go on, and everybody keep him in your prayers, keep the family in your prayers. And, one beautiful picture with them and FTR. I know FTR right now. And, of course, Mark, the brother of, the lost one here. He's got to be going through it worse than anybody. They were connected at the hip. But we are here for Dynamite, and that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to get into AEW Dynamite. Let me bring in everybody. We got Gilch. We got Anthony. What's going on? Jay's here, but I think he's doing something in the background, so we'll bring him up in a little bit. But we're here to talk about Dynamite tonight, and of course, we got a lot of comments. I'll be going into the comments in a second. Gilch, I didn't get to hear from you really much about what happened yesterday. Do you have anything you want to say about Mr. Briscoe, to the family, to the fans?
All the same, that's been out there. As a fan, I feel almost like I can't even think of the word, because I feel not cheated, but I feel like I cheated him because I didn't really catch Briscoe work until much later on, and everything I watched was a banger. But yeah, aside from wrestling, obviously the family, it's terrible.
How about you, Jay? I know you and Anthony touched on it a little bit. Welcome in. Glad to see you ready to go. You have anything to add to what happened today? I said at the beginning of the show, I don't know if you saw it, but I did the 10-bell salute, and I said that AEW should have definitely maybe did a little more. I would have 100% would have loved to seen a video package. And whoever has some game show on in the background, it is brutal. Please mute that TV. Probably Gilch. Maybe. Anthony, you have your TV on in the background?
Yeah, but it's JD. But I'm hearing like Wheel of Fortune. Who's watching Wheel of Fortune right now? That's the question.
I just got on.
God, man, we're already off to a shitty start tonight, man. All right, Jay, what you got, man?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna say I don't think it was a shitty start.
I didn't say it was a shitty start.
I heard everything you said. I heard the 10-bell salute. We touched on it last night. We even had shout out to Morgori and Mike for coming on the show last night and kind of touching on things. A lot of people out there in the wrestling community, especially people we know, guys. They had the honor of meeting this guy. This guy's a family man. Earlier today, his wife posted to have prayers for the daughter having surgery. I'm not too sure. I'm sure we'll find out more details as the days go on. That's all I was doing. Just praying for the little girls, and just finding out more information from Delaware. I gave you guys that information earlier.
I haven't seen her update after the surgeries. I know she had surgery on the back, and the other girl's in a stable condition, but she has injuries as well. But the other girl needed surgery. So prayers out to them. Everybody, just get their prayers out. Anthony, you have anything you want to add to this before we get into Dynamite?
I just kind of wish that, like you said, I wish it would have done like a video package or, like something to, because that guy was also on your TV.
Yeah. He's under your umbrella. He's part of Ring of Honor. Right. He's the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. So I 100% think there should have been at least a more recognition at the beginning of the show. 10-bell salute, the entire roster out on the stage, a video package. That's how I'm booking it. That's just me.
I'm okay. I agree with you guys, but you know what? Even if I didn't get all that 10-bell salute and everything, at least give me like a video package, RIP, something. No,
at least the video package, at least the video package. But this is what we got on Dynamite, and every superstar, for the most part, did kind of have some kind of symbol of Jay on his arm. Not all the superstars, but not everybody there probably knew him very well enough, or maybe didn't feel comfortable.
Maybe there's more to the story, Maybe
there is.
Network doesn't want him. Let's face it, he has never been on national TV.
Well, they have been on. They showed a promo on Dynamite before for FTR. They've been on TV.
Were they live on TV?
I don't know if they weren't live. It was just a video package, but they were on national television. But Jay, hold on. We're gonna get back into that later tonight. We got to try to stay on track because there's a lot to talk about. I actually have a lot of notes tonight because there was a lot of action, and the whole point of this show is to help people who are maybe suffering right now. They have pain. They're upset about it. We're here to give you some relief and some therapy and talk about professional wrestling in a way that nobody else in the world does today, the way that only Savage can bring you the best late night wrestling talk show in the world today. And we're going to get right into it with the first match of the night. Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal would be kicking us off after the control center there with Tony Schiavone, who looks like he's just way too tired for this job. But nonetheless, Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal kicks us off. Orange comes out all alone. Singh and Double J and JT Dutt, they can't come down or the match is going to be basically called off. Double J's coming out. They're coming down, but not through the ramp. They're coming through the crowd. He has his guitar with a black front and the red back, looking like, beautiful. Very beautiful guitar. They have good seats for the show, it looks like. They're going ringside. Then Danhausen decides to come out, and he's checking the tickets. Because, of course, he apparently now works for the arena. Danhausen staying busy doing what he does best, which is nothing. That's what Danhausen does best, absolutely nothing. And he comes out, bullshits with them, checks their tickets, makes sure it's all kosher. Man, I don't know. Best friends were showing up now ringside with beer and popcorn. Orange with a suicide dive moments later. Jay with a sleeper and a suplex attempt. Orange with a stunner and then the tornado DDT. We get a cover and a kick out. Orange to the top rope, jumps off. Jay catches him with a combo. Planting Cassidy, who somehow is back up, elbow pads off, goes for the orange punch. Jay Lethal goes for the GTS, instead dumps him with the face plant and hits the lethal injection. And he does it beautifully. That lethal injection was money. That spot was perfection. And Jay Lethal is a underrated professional wrestler, one of the best in the world today. I'm glad to see him being utilized on national television again, but make sure we get him in a program better than what we're seeing right now. He deserves better. He deserves world championship titles. He's just as good as MJF as far as wrestling goes. On the mic, he's there. He's almost there. I don't think he's as good as MJF, but Jay Lethal is great, man. And you know what? Maybe if you gave him the opportunity, maybe he could be better than MJF. We don't know. I'd love to see that matchup one day, Jay Lethal versus MJF. We got best friends, Double J, Singh. They're all fighting ringside to the point where the ref has to get involved. And, this causes a big distraction. Danhausen steals Double J's guitar, and then he mocks Jay Lethal, who's chasing him into the ring. Orange then with the basic roll-up, roll-up cover. Kick out by Jay. Now we get the orange punch, and he picks up the 1, 2, 3. Santam Singh is now in the ring. Double J goes to break the guitar over Orange Cassidy's head, but JT Dutt for some reason stops him. Now Orange with his stupid pocket spot, the weak, kicks. The circus is back in town, folks. Best friends in Orange. They celebrate with Danhausen, and they put the title back in the book bag. Oh man! All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, and this is what we're going to talk about next. We're going to be talking about that match. That's going to be the main event of the night, by the way. That's going to be your main event. What did you guys think of Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal? I'll start with Anthony. Let's go to Anthony first tonight.
Perfect. What's with the fucking shenanigans that we have with every fucking one of his matches?
All right, Gilch, do me a favor. I want you to keep the F-bomb counter on Anthony tonight.
No.
That's already 2. And you're 10 seconds in.
All right. I'll cool.
I don't mind. I want to actually take count. I'm loving it lately. Anthony's a new man now.
Like, I want to see Orange Cassidy in a serious role. Like, I want to see him wrestle seriously without like this bullshit that goes on in the fucking ring every week with him. Best friends, and then can we end this fucking feud already? It's a joke. It's a legit joke to me.
You're talking about the teamwork between Orange and Best Friends, or just the feud overall between them and Jeff Jarrett?
The feud overall, because I agree with you. Like, Jay Lethal is a better wrestler than this.
Yeah.
Why is Tony Khan treating him the way he's treating him?
Because Tony Khan probably ranks Jay Lethal in his top 50.
Well, you're wrong, because the guy's a great wrestler.
You mean Tony's wrong?
Yeah, Tony's wrong.
Tony's wrong, because I don't rank him in the top 50. I think he's much higher than that. But my point is that Tony has his guys that he, he's fans of, and he works with. Jay will tell you. Jay, how long have you been telling us that Tony Khan's a shit booker?
Take Lethal away from that bullshit that he's in. Put him in a singles run. Like, what are you doing with this guy? He's too good of we need to see him without those goons by the fucking ring every week. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing that.
I don't blame you, man. I'm getting sick and tired of a lot of things as well. Like, I love how AEW is the most professional wrestling company that has the most ridiculous storylines. Jay, what do you have to say about Orange Cassidy and Jay Lethal tonight?
Not only was I offended by tonight's AEW Dynamite episode, just for the fact there was no tribute, and we could talk about that I was offended by this match. You know, I would take these guys seriously if they stopped with the comedy shit. But it seems the announcers are part with it. They love it. Crowd loves it. So I have nothing to say to this match. I wouldn't take these guys seriously. They have a serious match, but when you put the comedy shit, I will never take these guys seriously. I don't even care if the feud ends. I'll never take them seriously.
What you got, Gilch?
Anthony's had 2, by the way, for the evening. We it's listen, if you enjoy Orange, you enjoy this. It's the same shit every week. I enjoy it for a little bit, but I mean, it's between him and Danhausen, you're gonna go around and you're gonna yell about how we're the best professional wrestling company in the world, and then you're gonna do all this like corny sports entertainment bullshit, which I'm actually fine with. But just stop with the we're professional wrestling. We're professional wrestling. You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. And yeah, just like Garrett said over here, Jay Briscoe did pass away yesterday, and this is my tribute show to him. We started off the show with a 10-bell salute, just like AEW should have done, but I digress. Now we're going to get back into the action. Later tonight, you're going to see in the main event Darby Allin versus Kushida. They showed us a little video package to kind of hype us up for this. But up next, we get Young Bucks versus Top Flight, Darren and Dante Martin out here first. This is going to be a very good match to see the present and the future of tag team wrestling go at it live. So athletic is Top Flight, but the Bucks with the experience and the swagger of veterans who have been killing the business for a long time. It was a nice spot by Nick with the stomp into the backstabber as we go to break. Bucks double team, basically double teaming the shit out of Dante, who gets a hip toss into the ropes, countered into a double arm drag and a beautiful Hurricane Rana. Very nice height over there by Mr. Dante. Now the tag to Darius. Manhattan dropped to match action, unloading shots. Huge clothesline elbow to Nick, and now a double kick to Matt's face into a Spanish fly and a tope to take out Nick for good measure. Now he hits the top ropes. You get the crossbody into the cover and the kick out from Matt. Super kick by Nick to Darius. Dante with the springboard moonsault from the inside to the outside double team. Powerbomb stunner combo after the Bucks go for the tombstone double team spike pile driver. Now Nick with a springboard X Factor, and now the springboard destroyer into the cover and a kick out. Sick match so far. A spot fest for the ages, but yet no mistakes. And Dante is so damn impressive. Nick and Matt with the Doomsday device cover and the kick out. Dante with the save who takes out the Bucks. Now we get a running springboard attack, which leads to a double super kick from the Bucks. Bucks for the BTE. They end up crashing into each other's knees. Top Flight dodges the attack, and Top Flight with a quick roll up and the win over the Bucks, which was pretty impressive by Top Flight. I thought Top Flight looked fantastic tonight. Great work by them. Great match by the Bucks too, putting the kids over. I love it. I love to see it. Jay, I'll go to you first. What do you think on this match?
I don't think the Young Bucks should have been the team to put them over. I think I can name 2-3 other teams that could have done it. If the Acclaim gets stale, you just found your new team to just push. This match was okay to me. I'm not a fan of the flippity floppity shit, but I just don't understand the Young Bucks taking the loss. I think that was a wrong call.
What you got, Gilch? Because you're the Bucks expert here.
Jay, weren't you complaining about the Bucks losing winning the trios title, saying they shouldn't have won it? Right?
Well, I did wear the shirt because I knew they would win the last match, but I just don't see them taking the loss, especially coming out of a big victory.
I mean, I assume Top Flight's going to get a big push right now, right? I mean, they put them on fucking Dynamite to beat the Wayward Sons. I mean, yeah. I think
this is an underrated victory right now for Top Flight. This was a big deal tonight for Top Flight. They just beat AEW's OG tag team in the middle of the ring.
It's just a younger Young Bucks version. Isn't that what the whole thing was about?
It's still a big deal is all I'm saying. For at least for Dante Martin, it's definitely, and Darius, they're feeling good right now. They just came off the biggest win of their career on national television. And that isn't a spoiler. That's a fact. Anthony, what you got for us on this match?
This match was very entertaining. I loved the spots. I loved how well each sequence flowed very nicely one into another. WWE should take some fucking notes on tag team wrestling, by the way. I'm going to just say that.
I agree. WWE can definitely take some notes, but they've been taking notes for years, man. If anything, everybody's been taking paragraphs from WWE for like 40 years already. So WWE's done it all, man. I mean, there's nothing WWE hasn't already done on TV as far as storylines go.
Real Phil 4, yes, dude. We're here after Raw, after NXT, after Dynamite, and then you'll see George and some of us just do random night reviews, things like that. So yeah, man, subscribe and just have fun with us.
And Top Right Flight is overrated.
Subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna start doing SmackDown and Rampage on Friday nights.
Yes, actually, we were going to announce that a little later, Anthony, but thanks for spoiling it for everybody, you silly bastard.
Hey, that's
now, you know what? That saves me 1 minute. And speaking of saving 1 minute, we're going to let you know about something we have coming up as well, Real Phil. Maybe you can come hang out with Savage and crew. We are going to be going to this show right here. Why don't you watch a little commercial on it? We'll be right back here, and we'll be breaking down what happened next. We're going to hear from the World Tag Team Champions, The Acclaimed. What's going on, everybody? Let's get right into it. I want to talk to you about all the upcoming events at the Wrestling Universe. They have a show coming up that we, Wrestling with Savage, are going to be sponsoring. We're going to have a vendor table there. Matt Cardone is going to be there headlining this event. Lightning in a Bottle, presented to you live in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey, Sunday, February 26, 2023 at 3 p.m. Tickets are available now on etus.eventbrite.com. There's going to be a lot of stars there. You're going to see Kevin Blackwood. You're going to see Billy Starks. You're going to see Matt Tremont, scheduled to defend the Independent Wrestling World title. The Kirks are going to be there. And guess what else the Wrestling Universe has in store for you? Brian Cage, February 4th. And Chris Masters. Make sure you head on down to the Wrestling Universe right here in Queens, New York. And thank you for watching Wrestling with Savage. Well, I was really not excited when I did the Chris Masters line. I was like, oh, and Chris Masters. Might want to redo that. Sorry, Chris, but you were good. You were good, but I'm more excited to see Brian Cage because we've been seeing him on TV a lot lately. And I want to just give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat that came in tonight so far. Yeah, dudes at ringside, appreciate you. Real Phil, Mick Thomason, Khalid. Mick, we always know you're here, buddy. Cole McLennan, how you doing, brother? Sorry I didn't get to your chat earlier. Hopefully you're still watching. If you are, let us know if you have any questions. Mr. Garrett, we appreciate you. Real Phil. Yeah, Mick Thomason, he's here. He's got something to say to you, Anthony. He said, send me your link. We'll drop the link in the chat. Anthony, you can feel free to drop the link in your chat. Or you know what? Why not? Here you go. I'll just do this for you right now. Okay, we'll just add this to the stream. This is Wrestling with Savage's YouTube page. And you scroll all the way to the bottom there, and you see the first person there is Anthony Loves Wrestling. And
Who's that guy?
Click on that. We'll open this. We'll drop that in the chat right there. There's his link, folks. There you go. We took care of you, Mick. Not only did we acknowledge you, Mick, but we did exactly what you requested. And I did it before Anthony, so I should get something. I don't know. Then I can know.
By the way, Savage is a 2 and I'm the 1, so you know.
Yeah. According to YouTube analytics, I'd have to argue with you, but we can always discuss that later. For now, let's keep it moving. We were telling you that the tag team champions are these the future tag team champions, boys? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're going to be the ones to beat the Acclaim, or maybe it's going to be the Guns. I've been loving the work from the Guns lately. They're out here now. They came out here. They said we made the Acclaim popular. We made them champs, and we even gave them our dad. Here comes the Acclaim. Guns say, cut the music. Cut the music. We don't want to hear this shit. We don't want to hear a rhyme. This is not about them, Fresno. Absolutely not. And then, of course, the Acclaimed have to say something, and they go on to say, did you guys come here to hear the Ass Boys talk, or do you guys want to hear me freestyle? Yo, listen. Acclaimed on the mic, got the atmosphere. Only got a job because your dad works here. That was good. I liked it. And then whatever they said after that, they bleeped out. Billy says, I'm sick of this shit. You two have some kind of issue. Next week we will sit down and we'll hash this out. And then he goes on to tell the Acclaimed, and this was interesting. Goes on to tell the Acclaimed, you two better start acting like champs. And I got 2 words for all of you. Family therapy. I liked Billy Gunn tonight in this. I thought he did a good job. I thought he did a bang-up job in this one. We have a storyline now going. So my question, I'm going to go to Gilch because he's the one wearing the Acclaim shirt. Do we see the Acclaim now have tension between them and Billy Gunn, and maybe Billy Gunn with a heel turn, making sure his sons are the ones to take the titles off? And again, everybody that's watching right now, we got 15 strong in here, and this is just the beginning. I can't wait to see how many people we have in here January 18th, 2024. It's going to be an exciting year here at Wrestling with Savage. So you stick around with us and you join the Savage Kingdom while we hear Gilch tell us what he thinks about the Acclaimed and the Guns.
I agree with what you said, Joji. At Savage, I think that's what we're looking at. I think Billy with the turn. I think you're going to see Acclaimed and the Guns with their thing. I think Guns will take the titles from them. I think it'll be a nice program between both teams, and I think in the end, it'll be the Acclaimed taking the title back off them and holding those straps for a bit. But I do think for sure you're going to see a Billy heel turn. I think we saw the beginning of it tonight, and his boys are going to get in there.
What you got, Jay, on the Acclaimed? Is this over for the Acclaimed? Is Daddy Ass done with them? Or
I'm trying to make this as brief as possible because I'm not a fan. But I'm going to say that the Guns are surely impressive on the mic. Great job, boys. But if they go back to doing the same shit they did last year with Billy Gunn and the betrayal and all that, I would literally not watch both tag teams. Please do not repeat.
All right, you got to stop being that guy. I'm so sick of it. Shut up. You've been threatening to not watch professional wrestling for 30 years, and you always watch. You're that guy.
You guys are so excited about the turn. It has happened before. That's it. Enough.
Do you want to see them stay together or break up at least? How about you, Anthony?
I'd rather see a straight up match. How about that?
Okay.
No interference, no bullshit, no turn.
I respect that, Jay. I respect that. But you got to admit, there is interesting dynamic here storyline-wise. I mean, the man's father is now on the other tag team. There's interesting story there. How are you not going to take advantage of that real-life story? Am I wrong, Gilch? If you were the booker here, aren't you taking advantage of the real-life drama involved in this storyline?
Thank you, Mick.
Nick. Thank you, Mick. Appreciate that. Only wins if he turns. I agree. That's the only way they should win, but I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. They might just be building up to that, teasing it, because I feel like the Guns, they get teased, and then they're off TV for a couple of weeks. They come out, they do something cool, and they're off for a couple of weeks. Probably because they just want to really build them up as bad guys, heels, to come in and destroy the super babyface Acclaimed one day. Maybe just have it in that back pocket. Anthony, what's your take on this?
I love seeing Billy Gunn on my TV. I do. But I think I would really like this because this looks just like a custody battle to me. With Billy Gunn and being with the Acclaimed and the Ass Boys. Like,
I don't think the Acclaimed wants custody of the Guns though.
Real Phil says there's no way the Ass Boys should win shit. So he's with Jay. Jay, do you think the Ass Boys shouldn't win shit either? Do you agree with Real Phil? Going on, Jake, the tribal chief.
I already told you guys, man. I think we should move forward, not backwards. That's it.
All right, so let's move forward. Let's move forward to the new man in AEW. Wait, do I need to show it again? That's right, that's Hangman Adam Page. He's having an interview with Renee Paquette. A very good interview. Hangman says he feels fine. Mox said Hangman pushed him to be a better version of himself. Hangman says he understands the nature of wrestling. I told him to his face that would knock him out, and I did. And if he has something else to say, he can say it to my face. Renee then goes on to say, where do you go from here? Hangman says there's some tough conversations he needs to have, but he doesn't want to, get overly specific. Asks how John's feeling. Renee says he's always hurt, but he will dust himself off again. Hangman says if you get a chance, can you tell him? Never mind. It's stupid. And that's how we end that segment, which I don't know. Do we even want to talk about it? Does anybody have anything to comment on this situation? I'm surprised he didn't mention MJF's name. No, but we got silence over here, guys. We got radio silence. I want to know in the chat, what do you guys think about cowboy shit, man? And good question. Where is FTR? FTR is probably mourning right now. That's where FTR is. FTR is probably going to need a couple of weeks before we see it. What you got, eh? What are you eating, Gilch? I see you. Don't think we don't see you, Gilch.
I don't want to promote it on stream.
Copy that. So he's having some Skittles over there. He's going to be seeing the rainbows real soon. Jay, how about you, man? What you got in the cup tonight? You know me. I'm sticking with my clothes.
You guys all along.
My classic. Actually, you know what? Hold on, guys. Coca-Cola, if you're watching, just know that no one will do a better commercial for you than Coca-Cola. I love Coca-Cola. It's so much better than Pepsi, Sprite, or any other brand out there in the world. It's refreshing, it's satisfying, and it gets me going. Nothing makes me happy like a can of ice-cold Coca-Cola.
I'm drinking Coke myself over here, so.
Oh, it's so good. Pay me, Coca-Cola. Pay me.
Sponsor us.
God, man. Okay, so that's it. We're done with this guy. Nobody has anything on Hangman.
I kind of was a little weirded out by the last line or two.
All right, I can agree with you there, but at least it's something different. I mean, it makes you think a little bit.
Yeah, but
makes you ask questions.
What's going on? Like, where are you going with this, Hangman? Like,
maybe Phil makes a good point. Maybe Hangman going back with the Elite. Maybe he's trying to decide if he should go with the Elite, go back with the Dark Order, or maybe just run solo. But there's already a lone outlaw in AEW.
Honestly,
his name is Jeff.
Because where my brain was going was like, don't tell me this guy's gonna like ask for his fucking release.
Oh wow, look at this. That's a great point. Look at this. Hangman gonna clean up with Dark Order and then tag with Mox. I didn't even think about that possibility. What's going on, Lorraine? How you doing, Lorraine?
I may like this.
Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. She always watches Tantalizing Tony. Shout out to Tantalizing Tony, by the way. I'm going to give him a quick shout out because why not? Tantalizing Tony's helped me out tremendously. So yeah, you're going to go to my YouTube page. You're going to go all the way to the bottom, and after Anthony and Barbells Body Slams, you're going to click on Tony Tantalizing Wrestling Show. There's also AV Javes, the Anthony Graves, Cold TV. I got to add some down there, but click on Tantalizing Tony. He has great content. Always does breaking news stories. Shout out to Tantalizing Tony, which, by the way, you got an open invite if you ever want to just drop by on the show as well. But I'm so sad that nobody wants to talk about Hangman Adam Page anymore. I love Hangman Adam Page, but you know what? Fuck it. You guys don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about the match. Let's talk about the match between Jake Hager versus Ricky Starks. Jake Hager with the JS coming out to Jericho music as he gets ready to take on Ricky Starks. Jericho joins the commentary team, which I'm always a big fan. I don't like how Jake Hager's coming out, but I guess it doesn't matter. They're coming out to Jericho's music. I wish Jake Hager had more of like an individual representation so I could really, enjoy his music and enjoy the entrance and the hat. There should be like a whole hat music video. It should be a whole thing. They should be going off this hat trying to make money, but that's not what we get. Instead, we get a match. All right. Hager still has his hat on during the match. Huge shoulder block. Now Ricky takes that hat. He puts it on. He holds the hand of Hager and walks the ropes with a hat on, does his little swagger dance. Hager is watching all this and then snatches him into a power slam, but Stark sends him to the outside, goes for a drop kick. Hager intercepts and sends Ricky into the ring post. And then instead, Ricky tries to slide through, almost snaps his leg in the process, gets caught up on the post. Now Hager beating on Ricky as we go to break. Hager with a double boot goes for the Hager bomb. Ricky turns it into the tornado DDT cover. Kick out. Ricky with a spear. And then we get the 1, 2, 3 on Hager. Now comes out the JAS to whoop on Ricky. But instead, Ricky makes a run for it, man. Like I said, I love Jericho on commentary. Jericho needs to get on the commentary table as much as us. All right, Tantalizing Tony wants the invite. So will I do that? Somebody who wants to go first on this match right here. Jay, you want this?
I was very disappointed in this match. I think using the hat, as a prop, I call it using it as a money bag. I thought that was unnecessary. I think the only move Ricky Starks had was a springboard crossbody, which was very impressive. But other than that, I wasn't impressed in the match. I think Ricky Starks' worst enemy is rushing, and I think he feeds off the crowd so much that he rushes, and he just rushes so passion and enthusiasm and speed that he starts to fuck up, and he almost fucked up his leg tonight. It's on that. It's on the stick. It doesn't matter what you do. I wasn't impressed with this match. Oh, wow. Maybe it's just the opponent, but I just don't feel you should use the purple hat in part of this match, especially when you're trying to make this guy world champ one day.
Yo, what you got for me on this match, man? I thought the match was pretty shitty. I don't know. I wasn't impressed with it. What did you think?
Jay got it covered, brother. I had it's one thing if the match is shitty, but it's one thing going into it having big expectations. So, yeah, Jay was right. Ricky was a little off tonight. The match, they just didn't really click. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing.
What you got, Ant?
We didn't really need this match on TV. I don't think Hager is a good dance partner for him. For Starks. I also I don't know.
All right, well, since you don't know, I know this. Real Phil says he works at Coca-Cola. I want to know if you can, you know what, fuck Coca-Cola right now, because you know who's more important than Coca-Cola? Tantalizing Tony, man, making his debut on Wrestling with Savage, where there is no F-bomb counter here, but I've been pretty good tonight. Anthony, I think, has got more F-bombs than me. What's going on, Tony?
What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, the Tantalizing One. I'm here with Wrestling with Savage. My God, what a great day it is. Even though somber day, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. But that being said, I am on one of the hottest channels on YouTube, Wrestling with Savage. Gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good night. Hello, how you doing?
You're doing good, Tony. We're over here talking AEW, and I'm sure you caught the whole show. I know you do the pre-show every single night, every single week. Dedication and hustle is what got you to where you are and where you are going, good sir. So what did you think tonight about Ricky Starks and Jake Hager, since that's what we're on right now?
Listen, I'm tired of the JS. I'm tired of them.
Thank God.
I'm tired of them. Jake Hager is being wasted with that stupid purple bucket hat. Yeah. It's annoying at this point. The guy is a serious MMA fighter. He was a former world champion, and they don't give this guy his due. They're making a joke out of this guy. They need to break him off, and he needs to get a push for maybe the TNT title, or maybe go to Ring of Honor, and maybe even get a heavyweight title shot there. Because right now, this whole JES thing, Jericho appreciation, follow Jericho, follow leader, the Ocho, Y2J, the King of Kings, or whatever you want to call him. Jake Hager needs his own identity, okay? He's a great guy. We met him at Icons of Wrestling. He's a great dude. He's a world champion caliber wrestler. In the story.
All right, I'm going to show you a question. I want you to talk. Hold on. Wait. All right, you got a question? Go for it. What's the question? I'm sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. What you got for him?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
You sure?
Yeah.
I wanted to see if he has anything to say about this man right here. Because nobody else fucking did. And it bothers me because I love Hangman Adam Page. Banger after banger for me. What do you think about Hangman Adam Page, Tony?
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
So, Hangman Adam Page is a very weird subject to cover because the guy has put his time in. He's been there from the beginning. He's a pillar of AEW. He was a great AEW champion, but he was booked improperly, in my opinion. Not to mention, he's good on the mic. I don't get the cowboy gimmick, but it works for him. But tonight, if you watch the little promo, he had some reservations. He wanted to ask Jon Moxley's wife, how's your husband doing? But he didn't want to go over the, step over the line. He didn't want to feel like he was being marginalized. But I will say this, Hangman Adam Page needs to stay in the world title picture, in that circle. I think there's 5 guys that are world champions that could be world champions for MJF's title. One is, of course, CM Punk, if he comes back. We'll see. And I'm not a Punk fan, but he's got the name. I'm not a Punk fan. That's just full disclosure.
Punk should not have been the guy to take the title off.
The moneymaker is box office.
He's box office. But Hangman and Page should be in that little circle. I think Powerhouse Hobbs needs to get into the main event picture at some point. As well as, I would even say Jake Hager if they could change his gimmick and make him not a joke. And Claudio. But my point is this, with the whole deal with Hangman and Page, he's great. I'm glad he's away from the Dark Order. I think that he doesn't get the due he deserved because he's very low-key. That one promo where he was beating the crap out of himself, hit him in the head, and he started bleeding, that's passion. We saw it. That's the Page we should see. I
agree. How about this match right here? And then also tell me what you thought about what happened with Double J, how they're using him. I want to know, do you think Danhausen is ever going to actually have a match that impresses me or anybody in the world? And, we're not going to touch on that yet, but you're going to touch on this. Young Bucks versus Top Flight. What'd you think of that match and everything I just showed you?
So earlier, let's go with the Danhausen deal. Danhausen, I love the guy. I met him at WrestleCade last year. Very nice to me. Gave me some great pointers about YouTube and social media and how to promote yourself. Other than that, overrated. Sorry, guys. Overrated. Okay. Danhausen is a good hand. Like, he does what they ask him to do. But wrestling-wise, sorry, my 5-year-old upstairs who's sleeping has a better wrestling match with his freaking wrestling buddies. He's not. Just keep it real, guys. What? I'm being honest.
I love it, baby. I love it.
He's not a bad dude. See, everybody thinks because someone's a nice guy, you gotta love him as a wrestler. We talking wrestling here, right? He can't wrestle with a wet paper bag. He's. What have you ever seen him do that was so impressive? Nothing. He's a regular dude that lives off his gimmick. God bless him. He lives off his gimmick. He's getting paid for that. God bless him for that. But don't think he's going to ever be any kind of quality status wrestler. He's not. As for the whole Jay Lethal deal, underused, one of the most talented guys ever to step into the ring. They are using him as enhancement talent. He's putting everybody over. This guy's a former Ring of Honor World Champion. If you put this guy in the WWE, the guy could literally be an IC or US champion. They're misusing this guy.
I 100% agree. I said that earlier on the show. How about Mr. The Young Bucks over here actually giving the clean dub to Top Flight? What were your thoughts on that?
Does not hurt them at all. People want to give the Young Bucks a bad name. The Young Bucks put people over. They have banger matches. These guys, I don't know how they have these matches and still alive. These guys have great matches every week. The same thing. This guy. I don't care what you say. I want to see you get in the ring and do that because those guys are talented. I've wrestled. I'm a 30-year vet of the wrestling business. I'm a former light heavyweight champion back when I was light heavyweight, back when George Bush was president, the first one. Anyway, my point is this, is that.
The one that his lips don't lie, right?
Right. No new text. Anyway, like I was saying, is that the Young Bucks put over Top Flight. Finally, if these two guys in Top Flight could stay healthy at the same exact time, maybe these guys have a tag team title opportunity. But they can't be healthy at the same time. But kudos to the Young Bucks, who are the Trios champions, and it doesn't hurt them at all.
No, I agree 100%. Shout out to Ravishing Ricky. We appreciate you. Tried to get you on NXT last night. It looks like you popped in, popped out. Maybe we'll get you on here another night. All right, real quick, Tony, before we move on with the rest of AEW, what are your thoughts on the Acclaim, the Guns, and Daddy Ass? Do you see Daddy Ass turning on the Acclaim soon, or is that going to be a delayed thing, end of the year? Because they don't really use the Guns every week. So I feel like this is a slow tease kind of situation.
Listen. Billy Gunn and his kids getting on my damn nerve. I'm going to see something. I think it is a swerve. I think we're going to get Billy Gunn back with his kids because family is family no matter what you say, you know? He's going to get back with his kids eventually. The Acclaim don't need him. The Gun Club needs Billy Gunn. They need the gravitas. They need him. So I think we do see Billy go back with his kids, but in a nice way. I don't think they turn on Acclaim. I think they just agree to separate.
Okay, Jay over here doesn't want nothing to do with it. He thinks this whole story is stupid.
It doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying.
It makes perfect sense. It's a dad, man. To me, it makes a little sense, man. It makes more sense than Jake Hager and Ricky Starks. I thought the match was complete dog shit. It wasn't well done. Poor Ricky almost killed himself and broke his leg. We don't need this kind of nonsense, man. If they're not going to go out there to put on a banger, then, don't have them out there at all. That's what I say. Then Jericho's going to get a little interview. He says Ricky Starks has been evading us. He's been beating us. But, worst of all, he's been beating us. But next week, it's all going to end because I've requested a tag team match with Starks and his little buddy, Action Andretti, that stupid orphan, versus me and Sammy, the sex gods. Daniel, then Garcia, he says he wants to be the tag team partner. Sammy says if you beat him on Friday, you can have my spot. And, he gives him some new gear, gives him some leather pants, gives him a hug. It looks like there's some dissension between Sammy and Daniel. Sammy keeps hugging Daniel all over the place. I mean, you can see the picture there. Daniel Garcia definitely does not look comfortable. Gilch, I'm going to go to you first. Do you see JAS lasting past WrestleMania? Or is this the end of it?
This iteration of JAS, I think you might see some changes here or there. I don't think they're gonna break it up. I mean, at their prime, they've kind of been comedy gold with the Backstreet Boys imitations with the ring gear and shit. To me, that's my kind of comedy. Give me that. Give me the mockery versus this fucking guy Danhausen and his cursing and everything else like this. So
I just want to see Jericho be taken more seriously. I think he has one more serious world title run left in him, maybe even two, because Jericho's performing on a level that is superior to them when we saw him when he debuted his first couple of years. So Jericho the last 2 years has been absolutely murdering it. You can see he's in shape. So I just want to see him
matches with MJF too. So
absolutely, I want to see more. For me, if I'm booking it, Jericho's taking the title off MJF. So this way, it's a legitimate legend taking.
I mean, you could, and you could always turn Jericho babyface in a second.
MJF can just take it off anyway. Take it right back off from down the road.
I digress. I disagree with that because I have a feeling, knowing with Tony Khan's booking, he's gonna put fucking Moxley back in the picture. And I'm not saying it because I'm a Moxley guy. I'm just saying Tony.
You're a Moxley guy, man.
Nah, you're a Moxley guy. Shut your ass up. Loves Moxley.
Hold on.
ABJ, what's up, man? Shout out to you. Everybody loves ABJ. Sammy, now that's a future champ. I agree. Sammy Guevara's got a huge future. And Jericho, yes, he is the GOAT, 100%. Tonight on Dynamite, we saw some action. Darby Allin's going to be the main event. Young Bucks losing to Top Flight. Orange Cassidy defeating Jay Lethal. In my opinion, I would have, Jay Lethal's better than Orange Cassidy. He's money. I guess Orange has all the views on YouTube. And then Ricky Starks beat Jake Hager in a shitty match. But now we're going to get into the next match. By the way, quick shout out. Happy birthday over here to Brody Lee's son, 11. Happy birthday. It was the other day, so shout out to you. Adam Cole, real quick. Let's touch on Adam Cole. Tantalizing Tony, I'm going straight to you. How did you feel about Adam Cole's debut last week? Again, reappearing. Did it surprise the shit out of you? Was it a genuine surprise? And do you think he is a future world champion?
Adam Cole, baby, is back in effect. And let me tell you, I was so happy because when you catch a concussion like that, it's tough, man. It's tough to come back from. It's scary. It could end your career, not to mention in your freaking life, in your way of life, in your quality of life. Adam Cole as a heel, as a face, I think it works. I hope they keep him that way. The crowd is into him. I'm happy to see him back. I believe, to me, he's the guy to beat MJF. Me personally, that's what I would like to see. Obviously, Adam Cole versus MJF, film with the heavyweight title. I'd love it.
I like that call out. I actually think Adam Cole as a babyface is probably going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable, just like this lady right here, Jade Cargill. More than 373 days now. Complete badass. We didn't see her on Dynamite, and I think that's a shame. She should be a staple on Dynamite at this point with the work that she's put in, and she's super impressive. And if you don't believe me, Hangman Adam Page is going to have a hell of a 2023. You just better believe it, Jake. All right? I got him in there again, that specifically so you can look at a legend in the making right there. But let's get into the banger of the night for me. All right, this match was so incredible, man. This should have been by far main event. Like, are you kidding me right now? This got main event written all over it. Both men walk in the ring. Traditionally, Bryan takes control, but Bandito quickly counters, points the gun. Bryan kicks his hand away. Both men walk the ring again, lock up, but not before the fans are already fired up, chanting AEW. Bryan now with the headlock. Bandito with an impressive wrestling ability, which looks to be, it's taken Bryan by surprise, who now begins to stretch Bandito out in the middle of the ring. Has him at his mercy, but Bryan then was headbutting Bandito during the sunset flip attack. Now both men in a war, they're kicking, there's great shots going all over the place. It was a great wrestling match. Bryan with a monkey flip, but Bandito lands on his feet, now hits Bryan with a stalling hip toss, now goes for a crazy knee submission. Man, I won't even begin to attempt to pronounce the name of that submission tonight, okay? Now we get a tope from Bandito, now a huge running flip over the top to take out Bryan Danielson. Bandito with a springboard attack, but Bryan counters with a kick as we go to break now. Both men exchanging stiff chop after chop. Woo! European uppercuts into the kicks in the corner from Danielson. Bandito with a nice thrust kick and the torpedo kick off the top rope into a stalling suplex from Bandito. And I noticed both men wearing the J armband, so big shout out to them for doing that. Danielson now in the label lock, and it's locked in tight. Bandito fights his way to the ropes to break the hold. Danielson with a smirk, knowing that the damage has been done. Now we get the not the yes kicks, we get the C kicks. C. It was great. Last one intercepted by Bandito. Who knows what this move is? It's a reverse GTS, I guess it's called. It looks sick, man. Points the gun, hits the 21 spot German suplex, but Danielson lands on his feet. Now a quick roll up by Bryan, kick out by Bandito. Now his own roll up, kick out again by Bryan. Bryan now with a running drop kick to the face and a running knee off the apron. Now rolls Bandito in, goes to the top rope. Bandito rises up, catches Danielson with a slap. Crazy exchange that led into the psycho knee, and Danielson is the winner of this match. What'd you think of this match, Tony? I'm going to go to you first the rest of the night because it's your first time on Wrestling with Savage.
No, I appreciate that. And after I make my little point about this match, can I just say something personal to you after this little quote?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this should have been the main event. Like you said, I got to agree with you. I I couldn't keep up with the match. The match was so good because I was trying to call the match during the watch along and I couldn't because it was going crazy. It was back and forth. There was submission moves. There was backslides. There was bridges. There was figure fours. There was arm drags. It was everything. That move up the top rope into the arm bar Fujinami out the ring sliding down. I couldn't keep up. But what a great match. What a great match. This is why Bryan Danielson, formerly known as Daniel Bryan, left the WWE to have matches like this. Bryan Danielson is the best wrestler on the planet.
Okay. Best wrestler on the planet.
Yeah.
That's a tough statement, man. It's hard to argue too.
Yeah. I want to say one thing because I'm gonna leave because I just want to say something real fast. I didn't want to do all the shtick, but I did it. Can you put me in the screen so I can see everybody, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. So look, Gilch, Anthony, Jay, you guys are great. This dude right here, Savage, I've been watching this stuff lately. Look, we're all content creators. Black Bull's a content creator. Anthony Graves Jr., CR Media, Ravage and Richie, we all do this for the love of wrestling. Savage, I know you get a bad name because you're cursing, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm just trying to watch my channel because I got kids watching. But personally, from me to you, I'm jealous of you right now. You're killing it. I was watching how you do your whole format. I love how you got your list ready and how you got the whole match broke down. Bro, don't let anybody tell you you're not good. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you you're not good because you're fucking great. And I'm sorry I cursed, but don't let anybody tell you you're not. I'm not just saying that. I don't need you guys to subscribe to me. I'm not here for that. You're killing it. This business of wrestling is tough. Being a content creator is even tougher. There's backstabbing in the back. There's people that talk bad about you. There's trolls in the chat. I have a thin skin. You seem like you know how to roll with it. Keep that attitude. Keep your energy. I don't care how much you yell and scream.
Nothing in this life anymore after what I've been through can possibly remotely faze me, even remotely. And that's the only thing that gets me out of bed every morning is the fact that I can go like that.
And keep that. I need to learn to do that better. But I just want to tell you, your channel's great.
Thank you. I really appreciate you, Tony. For everything you've done.
Everybody acts like I do everything. I just started before you guys.
But you gave me an opportunity to come on your platform and talk wrestling, man.
Can you shut up and let me put you over, please? Please.
Sure.
Don't put me over, bro. Don't put me over.
I'm done. Tony sucks, man. I'm done.
No, because he always puts me over. There's no need to. This kind of business here that we do, everyone should help everybody. And there are a lot of content creators that look at you like 400. Everybody started at 1. Everybody. So without your first subscriber, you can't get to 1 million. So just because I'm at 5,000 and change, that doesn't mean nothing. You get one lucky video, boom. And I've seen it. And just so you know, I watch a lot of YouTube wrestling content. With the exception of Cultaholic and Wrestle Talk and What Culture. I only watch JD from New York is good. Engo.
Oh, I love him.
But for the rest of these jabronis is out there, these little guys that's acting like they're doing something, don't let them deter you, bro.
No, I don't listen. First of all, I don't listen.
I'm just telling you, I watch you. I watch your stuff. I wish I could be so focused and directed. So, my advice to you is this. Stop giving me advice and enhance what you're doing better because you're doing it better than me. I'm watching you on some things too, just so you know. And that's the beauty of this, everybody. We take from each other and we give to each other. I'm getting out of here. All you guys are doing a great job. Support this dude because when the dude's making the big money, you guys can, yo, man, don't forget I was with you. And I can also say, remember I put you on my channel, bro. Don't forget them dollars, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
No, but respect to y'all. Yeah, respect to you guys.
Appreciate
you guys.
Thank you.
I gotta go to bed, but Savage, you're killing it, man. Guys, Wrestling with Savage. Share this channel on all social media. Share it on your Facebook. Share on your TikTok. Go put it in a smoke signal. Sell it. Go share it with the Native Americans. Go UPS it. FedEx it. DHL it. Whatever you gotta do. Postal service. Carrier pigeon. Do it. Hey guys, I'm Tantalizing Tony. You just been tantalized, and I'm out of here. Stay tantalized.
Later, brother. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
right, man. That was Tony. Tony is he's still here. We'll get him out of here. It's all good though. He's out. Big shout out to Tony. Great guy. You got to go follow him if you don't already do so, which I'm sure you probably do. That felt nice. It's always nice when someone says something nice about you, but he ain't lying, man. I am very determined and I am very persistent. And when I change gears in a direction, and the reason I have the skin for this is because I spent years playing video games with 0 people watching me, or 1 person watching me, or 3 people watching me. And then some days, some nights, 300 or 400 people watching me. I had a night where I had 900 people watching me play PUBG, winning chicken dinners. And I made $350 in one night just by winning video games. And then there's nights and months. Sometimes there's stretches of 6 months. There's like 1 person watching you. That's it. If 0. Sometimes 0. You'll be up 4 a.m. playing 0. But now I found something that I've always had passion for wrestling, just like everybody in this room. Gilch has a passion for wrestling. I met him at Dynamite. We're going to have our 1-year anniversary, Gilch. We should do something special, maybe candlelight dinner or something.
Don't tempt me.
Hey, what's going on, Jay? You ready to get back into Dynamite? I think we were about to ask you guys what you thought about this match right here, which I thought was match of the night, banger of the night, without a doubt. Should have been the main event. What do you have to say, Jay?
This was a good match. I loved every spot. I loved the surfboard spot. I love Bandino. I thought he looked great, especially with that, what is that, fall away slam into a moonsault? That was impressive as hell. But for me, I'm not going to say, even though it was a good match, it's not the match of the night for me. Good match, though.
Okay. How about you, Gilch? Did you think this was the match of the night?
Yeah. Surely, for me, yeah.
100%?
For me, yeah. I thought it was the match of the night. I thought it delivered. I had big expectations, and I thought it delivered. So,
Anthony, how about you, brother? What do you got for us?
Definitely match of the night for me. Should have been a main event.
High five.
Yeah, okay. Main event, I agree. It should have definitely been the main event, but now we're going to get into the next thing that happened that we saw on the screen. Actually, you know what? Real quick, before we do that, let's just show you a couple of pictures. This is definitely the future of AEW right there. I can see Bandito. We were talking about main event players. Bandito is a main event player. He may not be on that plateau yet, but this guy is going to be a main event player. His wrestling style is so good. I mean, so good. This guy came out of nowhere. I didn't know who Bandito was a year ago. I had heard little things, but now look at him. Now he's having matches with Bryan Danielson, and you got guys like me saying it should have been the main event of the night, but it wasn't. But we got a promo from MJF. He says, I read what all the fans say, that I'm not worthy of my position in this company. People, they like to forget who the hell I am and how I became world champion. I take that very personally. To think of all the moments I've given you people. Fickle, that's an understatement. Since we first crossed paths with me and Brian, you've been dealing with the masked MJF. And, you think you want this match. But the more you fuck with me, the more my mask is going to begin to slip off. Brian, you don't want that shit. No one does. You think you're a dragon, but not even a dragon is a match for the monster behind the mask. And this isn't a joke, people. I mean, you can get this t-shirt on Shop AEW. By the way, tonight, if you're going to buy any merchandise, make sure you go over to shopaew.com. They're the only ones that can provide you with, the slowest shipping possible on merchandise. If you want your stuff to come a little faster, then you go over to prowrestlingtees.com and pick up the merchandise from them. They have a bunch of new shit. I believe there's a new MJF. They have him looking like Darth Maul. It's somewhere over here. I'll find it later. But what did you guys think of MJF's promo?
I didn't catch it.
You didn't catch it? Did anybody catch it? It was short and sweet, which I liked.
Short and sweet is exactly how I would describe it.
Okay, I like it, but then I don't like it. I like it because MJF looked good. I don't like it because it made Brian Cage look weak.
Okay. How about you, Anthony?
Shout out to Wrestling Universe store. Brian Cage will be there February 4th. You can go get your autograph, get your combo. Go to Francis Lewis Boulevard, where it's at, February 4th. Let's go, Brian Cage.
You're down. You're coming to that 100%, Jay, huh?
What? That's the 4th?
Oh, check out this. I didn't even see this. Let's throw this up on the screen actually real quick. Wardlow's got a new shirt. I kind of like that shirt for Wardlow. We haven't seen him on TV, so he wasn't on Dynamite tonight. Haven't seen him on TV recently. Haven't seen him on TV since his hair was cut or chopped off. Wonder what's gonna happen. Jungle Hook is apparently a thing.
Jesus Christ.
Jungle Hook is a thing. New Darby Allin shirt. I like that shirt too, actually. That's not bad at all.
Another money bag.
Replica titles. But I like this hat.
Another money bag.
Who's gonna buy the tank title? $600. I'm
not buying those things, man. Not yet. Maybe one day.
If I thought I could get it before what's that date, Savage? April 8th for sure. I would get one because then I know I can get both Max and Bowens to sign it.
All right, I need you guys to help me out on this because I actually missed this spot. What the hell happened in this little interview or video package we had with Tony Storm and Saraya? I'm assuming there was like a heel vibe, Jabe, from what I saw later in the night.
Oh, this is just another prime example of AEW making absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed it.
Did anybody enjoy it?
I didn't catch it either.
What kind of wrestling reporters are you people?
I don't watch things that suck. Well, MJF doesn't suck, but the women's division in AEW fucking blows asshole.
That might be the most sexist comment I've ever. Actually, that's not true. Thomas Babiak has been on this show, so he definitely has the most sexist comment of all time. John, what do you think about this? Did you see the video package or no? You missed it too?
Who the hell is John?
Oh yeah. Well, you called me George, so I'll blow your shit up too. You don't want to call me Savage.
I saw you put a slide of the women's match up there, and I knew we were going to start talking about it. And I'm not going to lie. As soon as this graphic went on the screen, my eyes slowly drifted to my other screen to look at upcoming independent events. So that kind of tells you all I think of that. Listen. I know me and George really like Willow. You talk about a girl who came up fighting on Dark. She's on TV almost every week. We met her. The girl is an absolute fucking sweetheart. Let George cut a nice promo with her. So I'm glad to see her get TV time. I really am. The rest of this thing, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Saraya,
you know what I know though? MJF slapped Brian Cage in the fucking face, and I can't wait to ask Brian Cage about it. February 4th at the Wrestling Universe. There was an interview that Renee was trying to do with the embassy, but then MJF just interrupts, says, you're the machine. That's good. I need a machine. Here's an envelope with more money than you've ever seen in your whole life. All I care is that you break Brian Danielson's arm. MJF then goes on to slap Brian Cage, Brian Cage says, of course, are you crazy? While choking him. Then MJF says that feeling you have is hate. And next week, I want you to use it. It's a pleasure doing business with you. I actually really enjoyed the way that they utilized MJF tonight. He didn't come out to do a 20-minute promo. We got 2 video packages. One was like about a minute long, and then the other one was about a minute long. So we saw MJF on TV for maybe 2 minutes tonight, and he made more of an impact than 95% of the roster.
You could just put MJF on for 2 hours for me. I don't give a shit. I can watch that guy all fucking night. I'd rather watch that than anything else that they fucking put on this TV.
Jeez. Anthony, it doesn't sound like you love wrestling right now. You might want to change the name of your channel.
I don't
Anthony hates wrestling.
Listen,
Anthony loves good wrestling.
I want shit that makes sense on my fucking TV. The shit that's been being produced on Raw
what have we done
and on Dynamite has been shit.
This guy last year was so happy going. He's just having a good time watching Moxley, just loving wrestling. Didn't matter what shit was coming out. He was like, yeah, this is great. Now, 6 months later, it's all shit. And it's all shit.
I mean, I'm wrong.
You're not wrong about
That's going to be the evolution of your channel, is going to be Anthony Loves Wrestling. People are going to be tuning in. And then you're going to be in the middle of your shtick. And you're going to be like, you know what? Fuck this. It's bullshit. I hate fucking wrestling. And that's going to be like the stick of your show. Like just rambling on about how much you fucking hate all these bullshit angles.
Everybody, let me know if you do. So a lot of people can hear my good-looking voice. Anyway, hope you work on it, buddy. And I will talk to you then. Oh, before I go, Wrestling with Savage.
All right, that's Mick Thomas. And Mick, you made it on the show yet again, so congratulations to you, sir. Appreciate you always being here showing support. If you're in the chat, make sure you drop any questions or comments you had about the show tonight or our show, or if maybe you have a question for Jay, maybe you want to know what kind of flowers those are sitting behind him, or how much cornflakes is left in his cereal. You can ask him live right here on Wrestling with Savage. And don't anybody ever let them tell you that I'm not funny. I'm funny. I'm a funny guy. Let's get into this match. Willow Nightingale versus Toni Storm, and I really love this StreamYard and the way we can integrate the scenes and the things and just switch. And, you know, I can go like this, or I can go like this, or I can go like this. The fuck you doing over there, Anthony? You fucking liar. You don't love wrestling. This guy's on the Rainbow Pony right now, having a good old fucking time. Ate the Skittles. He's got the Acclaim jersey on. What did you guys think about Willow Nightingale versus Toni Storm? Honestly, to me, Willow has been so impressive lately. We got a beautiful backdrop on Toni Storm, and it's so good to see Willow working her way up the ranks here in AEW. Willow with a crazy spinebuster dropkick from the middle rope. Now Toni with a running hip attack lands the DDT, goes for the cover kick out from Willow. Then, of course, Willow pulls down the straps, does the running cannonball. Then Saraya up on the apron with a distraction, and Toni Storm picks up the win with a roll up, and now Saraya attacking Willow. Ruby Soho coming out to make the save. And it seems like Ruby and Willow are going to be the baby face, and Saraya is just going straight up heel with Toni Storm, which is kind of, I don't know if I expected that. What do you think, Gilchan Saraya? And what did you think about the match, and what do you think about, let's talk about that first, I guess. What did you think about the match?
Match was okay, I'm going to say. We'll leave it at that. I like the turn. I would like to see Saraya. I think Saraya's always been better as a heel, in my opinion. I just don't know. I feel like it is like a really, really big babyface title contender. So that's the only thing that concerns me a bit. You have her, you have Britt, you have Jamie, who are all heels, and now so are Toni and Saraya. So I think you got a big collection of like your higher end women talent on the heel end. I'd like to see them kind of put somebody big over the other way.
Jay, what are your thoughts on this match we saw tonight?
Do you guys watch the match? That's my first question to everybody.
Yes, I watched the match.
Every second of it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So here's my thing. When somebody comes out as Toni Storm, has a face that looks that she doesn't even want to be there, doesn't even want to wrestle, I'm not buying into this match, boys. I feel bad for Willow. I think she earned her TV time. Gilch really touched on it, how she stepped up. She's a sweetheart. Her spine buster looked great. Well, let's face it. You're in with somebody that looks frustrated. This whole alliance, you want to call it, with Saraya makes absolutely no sense. The way that this woman says, I'm going to change the division and make it for the good. Now you're making it for the bad. And I don't understand the woman that came out tonight. I'm sorry, I really don't know her name. But she's been coming out. This is not the first time, not the second time. And she's always been coming out there not doing a gap dance.
Who are you talking about?
That's to me, boys. Makes no sense.
How about on Saraya, though? Do you think she's going heel now, or you have anything
I think Saraya needs to be off camera. I think that's the best position to put her. Put it behind the scenes, and that's it. I mean, what are you going to accomplish as Saraya as a heel? We need a babyface, boys. We need a box office babyface, and we don't have it.
Anthony, who's very comfortable in his cozy chair, what do you got to say, buddy?
Well, it was nice not to see Britt Baker in the same fucking segment.
I wonder if Gilch is still keeping count.
No, I think he lost track at like 3.
I think
I was trying to
62.
I was trying to do a counter and then put it on the screen, but I failed.
What, like the South Park episode where they counted the amount of times that they said shit?
We might have to make that a thing here. I don't know. I think I've ruined Anthony Loves Wrestling, but we'll find out. Got the rest of the year to see what Anthony's going to be bringing us on his channel. I'm very interested to see the content since he loves wrestling so much.
Well, I'm also going to be doing, I'm not going to only be doing wrestling stuff. I have a couple of different things I'm going to be doing on it. So
okay. No, go nuts, man. That's what the channel's for. Go absolutely nuts, and I'll be here to help you with whatever you need. Real quick, we're getting to the Rampage lineup. You're going to get Jade Cargill versus Lila Gray. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I think it's Lila, or is it Layla?
Layla.
Whatever. Brian Cage versus Willie Mack. Pretty sure Brian Cage is going over in that one. We're going to hear from Eddie Kingston, I guess, with his ongoing saga with drugs and alcohol. And
can I sum up the Eddie Kingston fight he's going to pull out? Talk about how down he is, how hard he is. I'm sorry. That's how they're wrong. How hard everything's been for him. And
that's what she said.
And he's fighting as hard as he could to stay on top, and and he'll fight through, yada 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 yada. The same thing we've heard about 50 fucking times now.
I want to see the promo with him and just finishing the bottle and like the liquor just still dripping off his chin.
He just goes fuck it. He just goes fuck it.
That's what I'd like to see. But
Actually,
also on Rampage,
Savage, that's going to be his new gimmick. It's going to be Kingston. He's going to be an alcoholic.
Maybe Ethan Page versus Jack Perry. Obviously, I feel bad for Ethan Page because he's probably going to lose to Jungle Perry. It seems that tonykahn is in love with Jungle Boy and puts him over. By the way, we haven't seen Luchasaurus or Christian in a really, really long time. How long has it been since Full Gear? Yeah. Feels like an eternity. I just wanted to give another shout out to the match of the week last week for me, man. Ruby Soho, Ty Conte, absolutely murdering it last week on Rampage. If last week's Rampage is any indication of what the future of Rampage may be, I'm all here for it, and I will be watching this week. And then next week on Dynamite, we get Brian Cage versus Bryan Danielson. Brian versus Brian, one spells with an I, one spells with a Y. I'm interested, but even though we know what's going to happen. So again, Brian Cage going to beat Willie Mack because he has to lose to Bryan Danielson on Dynamite. And more matches will be announced on Rampage this Friday. And we'll see if we'll be covering it or not. I got to talk to
it needs to go to 2 hours.
Because last week Anthony dipped on me. I did the what was it? I did the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. And then he was supposed to be the SmackDown reporter. And Rampage, technically. But he left at 10 o'clock. Yeah, he was done. Like, I'm on.
No, I had to go out.
All right, it's all good. But next week, we'll see if we're covering for you. I don't know. We're going to get into this next segment real quick. There was a promo with Stokely and Ethan Page. Jungle Boy and Hook both have ridiculous names, and the fun is over. Ethan Page says Friday is payback. I guess nobody has a comment on this? All right, we'll keep it moving, man, into my favorite little segment of the night. I thought it was great. I loved this. We had an interview with Takeshita. So much respect from the locker room for you, Renee says. And then he goes on to say, Brian is my hero. I love him so much. And now I'm going to watch his back because I don't like MJF. He goes off on a rant on MJF in Japanese. And Renee asks for the translation. And he says, it means MJF is an asshole. I loved it. I thought it was a perfect segment for him. Get him some TV time, get him some talk time, and keep introducing him to the fans. Because Takeshita, just like Bandito and Hobbs and a couple other people, I think this guy should be a main event player. Main event player in the long-term run of things. Let's see how Tony Khan bucks him. Could you imagine the main event of Takeshita versus Adam Cole for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship? How good is that matchup going to be? Jay's over here like, what are you talking about? Jay, you're blind, man. I think when you turn on any TV show, all you see is Roxanne Perez. Like, you're just, in that tunnel vision. You don't like Takeshita? Does anybody have anything to say on this segment? So nobody wants to talk wrestling. Oh, you guys are killing me tonight, man. You guys are like killing me tonight. All right, then let's get into the main event. Darby Allin versus Kushida. Kushida in control early, working the leg. Darby has been main eventing a lot lately, and you can see this kid's future is bright in AEW, at least in the eyes of Khan. I'm sure millions of fans of the world also agree. Darby with a coffin slip goes for the plea kick. Kushida goes for the Pele kick. Darby counters, rolls, hits the code red, and then a kick out by Kushida, who rolls outside of the ring holding onto his arm. Now Darby hits the top rope, lands the cannonball, taking out the members of the LA Dojo. Kushida with the diving cross arm breaker on the outside, taking Darby out as we go to break. Kushida with a diving knee strike off the apron on Darby. Darby Allin now has a steel chair. Sting looking on the referee, yelling at him to get into the ring. Darby sets Kushida up on a steel chair after multiple shots. Now goes back in the ring, hits the top rope, goes for the drop kick, and Kushida turns it into the arm breaker. This was a nasty fall for Darby. Again, this kid's body's made out of rubber. I don't even know how he takes the spots he takes. I don't even know why he takes the risks he takes. He doesn't give a shit, and he always just somehow gets back up and is competing so consistently. It's kind of scary that this guy never gets injured. Like I said, he may not be human. He probably is a fucking alien. He's looking like he's going to break Darby's arm, bending it in a way that doesn't look normal. Looks like his arm's literally about to snap. Great job by Kushida, by the way, for his premier debut as far as main eventing goes for Dynamite. He takes Darby to the top rope. We hit a modified Spanish fly arm breaker, taking Darby out. Now Kushida with a hoverboard submission. The dojo was really annoying Sting to throw in the towel for Darby Allin, which he wouldn't do. He throws it into audience, and then Darby hits the Last Supper cover and win. 1, 2, 3. Still your AEW Dynamite champion. Kushida losing to Darby Allin. There you see a picture with Darby coming out with Sting. TNT Championship in the air. This match was good, man. What did you guys think about this match? Who wants to take the first take on this match? Who's got something to say about this match?
Jay does.
Jay, you got something to say about this match?
Of course, I gotta say, how disrespectful you say Kushida is up and coming. He is a former 6-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's a former NXT Cruiserweight Champion. This, boys, was exactly a wrestling match, just as the wrestling match we saw with Bryan Danielson. It started exactly the same if you guys compare it. It was technical. It was wrestling. The spots were great. I thought the selling between both was awesome. Talk about Kushida working on the left arm. That's what he always does, baby. That's why he wins. He works on people's arms, and then he does the submission. It's over. I thought he did great. I thought the submission slam he did on the outside on Darby, that shit looked so real. I was like, shit, that looked fucking good. Everything looked good between these guys. They looked like in sync. The ending was a little weird. I don't know what the hell with the pinky, and they didn't want to give him that. Whatever. I don't understand that part. But this was match of the night for me. I enjoyed this match. I thought they put one out of the show, and I think a lot of people enjoyed it as well. All
right. Anthony, you have anything on this? Gilch is over there ready to tap out. Maybe I can wake his ass up in a minute with a picture.
I got something to say about it.
What you got, Gilch?
The blatant disrespect to have this guy put Darby Allin over. It's ridiculous. It's just Tony Khan saying, this is my boy. You're an outsider. These guys aren't even in the same fucking stratosphere as wrestlers and where they're at, where they've been at the pinnacle of their careers. So this kind of like, this was over. I had like a half a smirk on my face. Like, all right, whatever. I don't know. Am I the only one that feels like that?
I don't think you're the only one that feels like that. I'm sure there's a lot of people that actually feel like that. The reason I don't feel like that is because, like Jay said, this guy's done a lot in the business, and I agree with Jay, but what has he done in AEW? Nothing. He is the new guy. He just got here.
It's a one-off. That's it.
I hope it's not a one-off. He looked great tonight. A guy should not get a one-off in the main event of Dynamite.
I think he's perfect in New Japan, and he's booked great there. I don't think he should come here. Just a one-off.
Okay. Anthony, you got anything on this? You got anything on Darby Allin versus Kushida?
First of all, I love his his gimmick. You know, it reminds me of Marty McFly from Back to the Future. It was great. I want to see more. I want to see more legit feuds with the TNT title. Like, you know, they did it with Samoa Joe and Wardlow. Give Darby Allin a legit feud to go into a pay-per-view. That wouldn't be a bad thing at all.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this now. I mean, real quick, I'll touch on the Darby Allin situation. Like I said, Darby is a star. He's very popular. He sells a lot of merch. So why wouldn't Tony want to? I mean, if that's the case, Jay, if it is a one-off, then why wouldn't Tony book Darby to win? And same to you, Gilch. If it is a one-off, which I don't know if it is, why wouldn't Tony? I mean, you'd probably do the same thing. If Darby's one of your top guys selling merch, doing this, doing that, and you can get the opportunity to get a great wrestler from an outside promotion to come in and put your boy over, you're going to do it, Gilch. I'm pretty sure you would.
I guess.
Gilch don't like it. He's obsessed. I guess I can't convince him otherwise, but let's talk about this right here. Supercard.
It's Kushida. It's Kushida, man. It's fucking Kushida.
Gilch going on.
Like
Kushida.
I don't know.
Nothing's wrong with him.
Kushida's fine. He's going to be okay. But what's not going to be okay is the super card honor, because as you can see there, Joe Briscoe has passed away, and he was being, this was supposed to be his next event on January 27th. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this all is going to unfold. So that's the little discussion I'd like to have here. I got some other things I want to talk about too, but what do you think they're going to do with this card now, Jay? Do they even still put on the show? Or maybe just scrap it until they figure out what they're going to do with the storyline, with the titles, with some people are saying they're going to retire the titles.
They have to do the show. They have to honor this man. So the show must still go on, unfortunately.
They'll probably give him more of a package than fucking AEW did.
Oh, absolutely. I would
By
expect
the way,
them to.
I looked it up, and they're doing like a tribute on the Ring of Honor YouTube right after the.
A lot of people are going to be doing
a lot
tributes.
of people are going to watch that tonight.
I have content planned for this weekend. I am going to put one stream up on the schedule, probably for Saturday or Sunday night, where it's just going to be me and whoever wants to join me, and I'm going to have a whole presentation prepared for the Briscoes, and I'm going to basically try to do like a 1-hour show to go through a 20-year career, where they started and where they ended, and what their legacy
My whole problem is with the whole Briscoe unfortunate death. My whole problem is like the media. You see all these websites posting what the crash and all this and all that. We all know what's just transpired, but there's no need to just put it all in the media. Right now is not the time to think about all that. It's just about praying for his borders and making sure everything is okay. I just think the media, sometimes they put shit out there, and I'm watching it because my fucking phone is right here. And I see some crazy shit, and it's like, come on, really? Like, we're gonna start posting about car crash, what happened? Like, come on, man. Like, let's mourn it. It's a big loss, you know. I don't. That's just no appreciate.
One thing I wanted to do is make sure I show you all. You go to Pro Wrestling Tees, search for the Briscoes. You can see all that. I hope they go ahead and make the change so that all proceeds go to the Briscoe family for the remainder of 2023. That would be the right thing to do, obviously, except for what it costs them. All profits going to the family so we can help them out. And there needs to be more shirts up here. You can see there's, like they were real chicken farmers from Delaware. These were real men, real boys with a family, with a big family. They used to go to all the shows together. I believe there was 50 plus members of the Briscoe family that would go to the local shows that they would run. So this is a strong family in the wrestling business, and they have made one hell of a career. And this Sunday, I'm going to do my best to honor it with a 1-hour show that I'm going to do. It might be more than an hour, because 20 years is a lot to cover and a lot to talk about. But I'm really going to try to break down their best matches of their career and give you a little insight onto who these men were. We'll go over some promos. I'm going to find if there's any promos that I'm allowed to play on the broadcast without any copyright things, so you guys can really see what they were about. Them boys were badass, and last year they put on the tag team match of the year with FTR, and they're going to be missed, man. They're gone too soon, but they're, this is probably my shirt I'm going to buy. I like this shirt right here. That's nice. You guys should all go over there, man. I had some other pictures I wanted to show you guys, obviously. I'll get into it right now. I want to know what you guys think about I Quit match between Aaron Rourke and Bobby Orlando coming up Sunday, February 19th at the Createapro show that I will be at. Dilch will be there. Anthony will be there. Maybe we can get Jay to come out. It is a Sunday, Jay.
It's Sunday. It is early.
It is a Sunday, Jay. All right?
Okay, Jay, if you're going to come, I'll buy the ticket right now.
You put me on the spot right now.
On me.
He's on the spot. Jay, are you making the commitment? February 19th. Are you? Max Caster's going to be on commentary?
Probably.
No problem. Don't make this man buy the ticket and you don't come.
Dude,
then we're going to owe you 25 chops each. And last time I checked,
I don't need to take no more chops, all right?
Last time.
What are you yelling? I'm excited.
It's going to be way harder than that, Jay.
No way.
I just want you to know that was only 30% of my power, all right? And we should actually get back to last night.
Was that
Can you believe, Thomas?
Was that a top or push?
Jay, I want to ask you an honest question. Listen. It was a chop, but I didn't want to slide off him because I did it like that to stop the impact. So he heard it, he hit it, he felt it. you know, it was a nice solid chop. But let me be honest with you, Jay. You know me better than anyone in this room. You know me better than anyone in this room. If me and Bully Ray had a chop off, do you really see what do you see happening?
You want me to be honest for that?
Yeah,
I might get beat up for this. You want me to really be honest for that? I think you would actually win hands down, and I might get beat up.
Who's gonna
beat
you up?
I have my reasons.
Who's gonna beat you up?
You and Anthony were doing play-by-play, so I don't need to say anymore. Ooh.
You hear that, Thomas? If you're watching, which he can't be watching because he doesn't even subscribe to my channel. He still asks me, hey, where's the show being live tonight from? Send me the link. Pissing me off, Thomas Babiak. Pissing me off. You know what? And I'll still give you a fucking shout out because why the fuck not, man? You're Thomas Babiak. Barbells and body slams. Hopefully he's going to be doing some content too. Go over to YouTube, bottom of my page. Barbells and body slams. You click it. You're going to hit that subscribe button. It is subscribed. And there's your cheap pop. Look, he even has a video with this guy who won't take $7,500, $10,000 we offer this man.
Don't.
What is this? This is an intro?
Oh, shit.
Look at Thomas go. Look at him go. This shit looks so impressive. Oh, that's a good picture with Codyrhodes, man. I'll give it to Thomas, man. I'll give it to Thomas. Look here, he's over there with legends. Jerry the King Lawler, Brian Danielson, Codyrhodes. But yeah, go check out his channel. He's got some good shit on there. And Jay, come on, man. Make the commitment right now. February 19th.
I'm going to say right now that
February 19th, you son of a bitch.
I'm going to try my best, but I'm going to get back to Gills. But I'm going to go with Bobby Orlando on this match. I mean, this guy today, believe it or not, is his 6-year anniversary. If you guys did not know, since he started in the business. So salute to him. I hope you enjoy it, buddy. I'm going with Bobby Orlando.
Going with Bobby Orlando? Okay. I Quit match coming up. How about you, Gilch? You got a prediction on that one? That's going to be a great match.
I love both of these guys.
I'm going to be cheering for Aaron Rourke, though, because you know what? He hit me back on the DM. He came on the show. Bobby Orlando has not said anything to me yet. So you know what? I'm going to let Bobby know. What's wrong with you, Bobby Orlando? You don't want to be live on Wrestling with Savage?
Will say something.
I'm going to know. And you know who else I'm going to get on the show? I got to get VSK on the show.
Wait,
that's
my
next
part.
Ooh, I would love that.
Drive to Long Island.
Dude, you can come meet me here, and then we'll go. No problem.
Either way, I got to drive.
Anthony, you can get to that show, no problem, right? I don't know. Why don't I have Gilch on full screen? He's probably like, what's going on?
I don't know. So I started scissoring myself.
David. Keep us entertained. All right, somebody else I wanted to touch on was also going to be this match at Oh Baby. You're going to have VSK and Eric James versus Brian Myers and Heath Slater. And that's why it's probably being called Oh Baby. Come on down if you're in the area, man. Hang out with Savage, hang out with the crew.
Yo, can I say something?
Yeah.
The average Createapro card has been better than the average Impact card for a little bit now.
Jesus. That's harsh. I don't think, well, maybe you should say that to Brian Myers. I mean, he is on Impact.
Yeah.
You might like it. But I've got to talk about these guys. Because we didn't see them tonight. Well, we saw 2/3 of them. But we didn't see my guy. And that's that guy. Kenny Omega. Who, in my opinion, I think, pound for pound, after reevaluating my decisions, I'm starting to think he's the best wrestler in the world right now alive. And I want to know what you guys think about that.
For me, it's a tie between Daniel and Kenny.
How about you, Gilch?
That's a good point. And I give Omega the edge between those two. I feel like Omega, when he wants to, he can faster, work slower, a little bit more extreme to each end than Danielson can. But I mean, you know how I feel about the cleaner. So you tell me he's the best. I'm not gonna argue.
Just go back to that match from the first Grand Slam that they did at Arthur Ashe. That 60-minute banger that those two guys put on.
Yep.
Like, it was incredible.
And then would they fight one more time? Right? That's all we got, wasn't it?
Jay, what you got? Who's better? Or is Kenny Omega the best pound-for-pound wrestler in the world right now? Can you agree with that? Like, as far as putting on matches in a pro wrestling ring, I've been watching a lot of his old matches from last year, and
Of
course, I watched the match against Will Ospreay again because I had to just see it one more time. And man,
Absolutely not. This is absolutely outrageous. I can't believe I heard that. Can't believe I heard this. Pound for pound, best wrestler to me is Seth freaking Rollins.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Right.
It's arguable for me. That's why I said he might be.
boys.
He might be. Seth for me.
Like, and that's like,
No, he's up there.
yeah,
He is
he's
up there.
another
It's between
name. That,
those two.
he's another name. I'm not going to argue against it. I mean, it's you put it there. I'm not. No way can I argue against it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm not arguing against it. Like Anthony says, it's Brian and Kenny. For me, it's Seth and Kenny. I think, and you can even throw Will in that category, man.
You can't
Pound for pound.
You can't really
Say
go
what?
wrong. You can't go wrong with that.
Cody comes back and puts on some more bangers like the set matches he just had. People are going to be talking about his name up there with, best product in the ring.
100%, man. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they, man? What do we see with these guys, man? Because we didn't see them on TV tonight, too. They just lost against the Elite. What does the future have for Death
Probably
Death
gave him a
Triangle?
week off
Nothing.
because last week.
It's over, Jay? It's
How about
over?
this? Let me ask you. We've seen like the semi-heel turn, right? Jay, what would you think if they broke up and they had like a singles like rivalry against each other? Is that something you'd rather see on an Impact versus an Orange match?
Yes, you know why? Because believe it or not, it will be taken seriously. Besides an Orange match that I'll just start my match.
Yeah. I don't even like to use the word spot fest because it's just like silly fest.
I just think we'll get a wrestling match if they faced each other. That will be great compared to an Orange match. And I told you guys from the beginning, the Orange Jay Lethal match would have been good if it wasn't for the comedy shit. Too much comedy shit. Sorry. Too much.
I agree.
I agree with
I
that.
agree with that.
And the announcers were a big part of it too. They were fucking enjoying it too.
All right. Well, when we come back right here on Wrestling with Savage, we're going to find out if the cast and crew had a good time tonight, if they give Dynamite a thumbs up, if they think it was better or worse than last week, and, of course, what to expect next week on AEW Dynamite and Friday Night Rampage. But in the meantime, watch this. This is another commercial of an event we're going to be going to May 6th. Savage Kingdom, I'm proud to announce that we are going to be sponsoring Wrestling with Savage is going to be one of the sponsors at the 80s Wrestling Con 4, where you can come down and meet Bret the Hitman Hart and tons of other legends, even one that I'm going to bring with us at our vendor table. And then after the meet and greets, you can come on down and watch Rock and Wrestling. It's going to be a great card. You got Dirty Dangle versus Eugene, the Powers of Pain versus the Now, Carlito versus Val Venus, Davey Boy Smith Jr. versus Crowbar, Alpha Jr. versus Snitsky. There's going to be a 10-man battle royal. There's going to be a lot of surprise entrants, including one that's been announced, the Headbangers. You're going to have the ISPW heavyweight title match between Bull James with Maven versus Rick Recon with David LaGreca. Earl Hebner is the special guest referee. You're not going to want to miss this event. Jay Alfred's going to be there. Matt Stryker's going to be fighting Justin Carino. There's going to be ISPW Women's Title Super Six-Way with Vicious Vicky, the champion. Let's get it. Do not miss this event. Men in Sports Arena, May 6th. Let's get it, man. Pro wrestling, and not to mention Brian Kendrick and superstar Danny Morrison. This is going to be one that you're not going to want to miss. And of course, there's going to be so much going on, so many different events. Come on down, man. Wrestling Con 80s Wrestling Con 4. Gotta love that little clip over there at the end. But real quick, I just want to show you guys this, just so you see. How do I get it? Yeah, it's going to be like the new business card. We got the QR codes on there. We got signs. We got posters. We got a lot of promotional shit being made. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff this year. Very cool shit on Wrestling with Savage. Jay's going to be here along for the ride. Anthony's going to be here along for the ride. We're going to get the brand rolling and rocking. And Gilch will be back here in a minute. When he gets back here, we're going to hear what he thinks about Dynamite tonight and, everything that happened. It looks like he's back. We're getting back in there. So I'll go to Gilch first. He's got his AEW World Championship title there. How's that room coming together, man? Are you almost ready to get rid of that green screen yet?
Very soon. I want to see how this looked with the clean jersey on it.
Can't wait till we get you on the full screen. We can see that. Beautiful. Show us that title, Gil. Show us that title. That is beautiful. Can I see the back of it too? Is it all black in the back? Does it have?
Yeah.
Got a lot of room for signatures on there, Gilch.
It's huge, dude. It is huge. It is so much heavier than any other belt I've felt. It's cool. It's super cool. I'm happy.
Oh boy, I can't wait to carry these.
Oh, there you go, Ed.
Hey man, for a ticket to a wrestling show, why not? Free tickets to wrestling, you carry shit. Not a bad deal.
No.
Sometimes I'll be your personal taxi when it's needed. What are you worried about? You got nothing to worry about. Anthony loves wrestling. And everyone loves Anthony. All right, Dynamite tonight. I'll go to you first, Gilch. You're giving it a thumbs up? Was it better than last week? Where would you rank it this year on Dynamite?
I don't know where I would rank it. I had enough enjoying moments to give it like more lean to a thumbs up than a thumbs down. But there were obviously a lot of down points tonight that we went over. So if I had to
we
give
went
it
over. I just wanted a general consensus.
I would give you like a that much thumbs up.
Almost an up. Okay, how about you, Jay?
I'm neutral, so I'm the same as Gilch. I'm in the middle. Not
Anthony?
up, not down.
What you got? Thumbs up?
I'm the same as Gilch.
And you guys suck. I'm giving it a thumbs up. And the only reason I'm giving it a thumbs up is because MJF was well presented. I did love the match between Brian. As long as a wrestling show has one good banger on it, it's probably going to get a thumbs up from me. So we got two good bangers tonight, I think. So it's that for me, it gets a thumbs up because there was more good than bad. And I can't say that about a lot of Dynamites from last year. So yeah, I had a good time. I'm excited for next week. I'm excited for the pay-per-view between Bryan Danielson and MJF. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing to watch. I wish I could go to that pay-per-view live to watch MJF wrestle for an hour. You guys aren't excited to see MJF wrestle for an hour? I'm hyped to see that.
I follow him on Instagram, and I'm seeing this guy like just this guy's gonna last an hour. I
100%.
know it.
He
looks last an hour.
jacked. He looks fucking jacked.
100%. He's probably in the absolute best shape of his life. He's probably in better shape. He's, in my opinion, he's in better shape than Bryan Danielson.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me? Maybe not ring shape, but he's in shape. Because Bryan Danielson's definitely getting those run-ins, and those reps, as they call them in the business. He's getting.
I have a funny feeling that he's going to be beating the shit out of Daniel.
We don't know what MJF's doing right now. For all we know, he has the key. You don't think MJF has the keys to the Createapro facility, Gilch? He probably has the keys, and he's not far from there. And anytime he wants, in the middle of the night, I'm sure he goes and takes bumps and practices, hits the ropes, works on,
I think as soon as the idea was pitched that this is what they were going to do, he's been a cardio monster in the gym, probably. So
I want to give MJF a new nickname. In my opinion, he's like a mad scientist, and his lab is the ring.
Wait till after this match. He's going to be giving himself a fucking new nickname.
Listen, over the next 6 to 12 months, the whole package is going to become complete because he's going to put on banger after banger. He's going to have fucking Iron Man matches. He's going to have. I mean, it's going to be. And anyone that doesn't like him, they say, well, he's not that good in the ring, and I'll argue with that right now. But you know what? He's not complete. Like he's not like I wouldn't put him at the top with somebody the best, but he. This is it. Like this next 9 months, like it's going to be.
Well, what I think that Tony should start doing with him is like here and there, put him in matches that's not on like a Rampage or an Elevation or or even a Dynamite. Like just keep him going.
Quiet. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. You can keep going. I was actually looking for this one. I missed that one. I like MJF, man. I more than like MJF. I think MJF is, like I said, he's going to be like the new mad scientist. Before he won the world championship, everyone on that roster was playing chess, and MJF was playing. Everybody on that roster was playing checkers or Uno or Parcheesi or Monopoly, and MJF was out there playing fucking chess, planting the pieces, and he's called checkmate, man. He's your world champion, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. He's holding on to that title for a very long time, and I called
that a year ago.
We all called that a year. Everybody knew it.
I called it a year ago. I was like,
it did come pretty quick, but that was all because of what happened under circumstance. Because if Punk never got hurt, chances are Punk is still your champion. Am I wrong about that, Jay? I'm sure you would agree with that. If Punk never got hurt, who's still the champ?
No.
Yes.
I think MJF will be taking it off.
Yeah, but not yet. Punk would have still been champ, and they probably would have been working until the next pay-per-view to make it.
It's been 2 pay-per-views though, no?
Yeah, but Punk's going to lose that title right away.
Taken off coming up.
When did Punk lose to Moxley? Wasn't that in like October or September?
That was All Out.
All Out. Yeah, I don't even know when that was. If anybody wants to look that up, but it's been a while for sure. But I think Punk would have held on to the title probably for like the good 6 months, and then built it up to this next pay-per-view, and then MJF would have won. But who knows? That's not the story. Punk got hurt. MJF was the champion. He was obviously the next guy in the pegging order. So when the situation happened with Punk, Tony knew exactly where he was going with it. He looked right at MJF. He said, "It's a little early, but it's time. It's time to show the world that you're the new Ric Flair."
That whole promo that he did after Full Gear was fucking great. I gotta get Jon Moxley's hepatitis A through Z off my body. I'm like, you're a fucking dick, but you're awesome.
Wow, that shit was incredible. But one guy I want to give a spotlight out to right now is this guy. Grayson Waller, from what I've been watching the last few weeks, is maybe the only person who is on the same level as an MJF, man, on the mic, man. He has been, every single time he's had the mic, every single time he's held an interview on Busted Open, that other interview we just saw on NXT yesterday, Grayson Waller is quickly escalating the ranks in the world of pro wrestling. His body of work so far for a young guy who's been in the business under, how long now? A year, 2, maybe 2? It hasn't been more than 2 years. His mic skills are fucking crazy, man. Gilch, I know you don't watch NXT, but this is a reason why you should watch NXT. Grayson Waller is like on that MJF level as far as attitude, presentation, delivery, the words he uses, and how he outsmarts everybody. And I think he's your next NXT champion when he outsmarts Braun Breaker at Vengeance or whatever the hell. That's Vengeance, right, Jay? NXT Vengeance. I thought Jay would be popping when he saw that screen right there. Look at him. Look at Grayson Waller, man.
Yeah, you're making big comparisons. You're saying he could go.
I see MJF qualities
with MJF.
in him.
I don't see that.
No, I don't think he can go toe-to-toe with MJF. I just think I see the qualities in him, man.
But a lot of Grayson Waller's interviews are scripted. I want to see what this.
Are you crazy? Have you ever watched the Grayson Waller Effect? It's fucking live. He takes questions from people on Instagram. That's not scripted. That shit is all.
I'm talking about his interviews.
Yeah, all right, interviews. But I bet you he did it in one fucking take. I heard him on Busted Open live. There's no repeating. He didn't fucking make one mistake. He was talking. Did you hear his call on Busted Open? Because I fucking did. He was going off. He went off to the point where he even made Tommy.
I'm not talking. No.
Tommy got wet. Tommy got wet from listening to Grayson Waller.
Hold on. I want to. What I'm saying is, I want to see what this guy could do with an actual mic in his hand, like no script, and go out there and just insult the living shit out of somebody. Like
you will see it, but it's not going to happen on NXT because NXT is not that kind of show. That's going to be a Raw or a SmackDown kind of promo, and I can't wait for it. I think he's got a bright future in there.
For Grayson, I don't think that they should do that for him anymore. I want to see what this guy could do without a script.
Okay. All right. I just want to remind you guys, this Friday, I had a little show that I'm going to be going to. I gave Enzo a cake, as you saw in the intro. I'll play it real quick right here.
What's a cake? What you got over here? Well, what do we got over here? Have your cake and eat it too. Maybe I bring
So yeah, I will be there at Winter Warfare in New Jersey on Friday, and shit's going down in Germantown. I'm going to be entering the David LaGreca lean contest. I'm going to have one extra David LaGreca head that I'm going to have signed by Dave there, and I will give it away to somebody in the show. I might just throw it in the air, or you can run up to me and tell me that you love Busted Open or that you fuck with the Savage Kingdom, and it's yours. I don't know which title I'm going to bring. I'm definitely bringing a title. It's a tough decision to make. I think Gilch has a tougher decision than I do because he has more titles. Fucking maniac. I wonder how many titles he's going to have by the end of 2023. It's going to be fucking...
Every fucking title known.
Nah, he's getting... Don't listen to him, Anthony. He's definly getting the tag team titles. I know it. He is. He says he's not, then he's going to have a good week, or he's going to hit a parlay or something, and he's ordering that shit. 100%. Maybe during the Super Bowl, too. Speaking of Super Bowl, we never really talk sports on the show. One thing I love about this show is we don't really go off the rails off the subject of wrestling. Now, we've been talking wrestling for an hour and 44 minutes. How would you guys feel about talking football for a couple of minutes?
I'm not big into football.
All right, so we'll do this then. You're fired. Jay, what you got for me for football?
I'm 49ers fan, man. That's who I'm going with.
Oh, man. I got something to say, and I'm going to see if this works, Savage.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to share my screen.
Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Will it let you?
Hold on. Wait.
Please don't share the screen of the conversation we had before. That's not something we want being shared.
Did that work?
Yeah, here it is.
Oh, let me play it again. Hold on.
You did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
All right, first of all, let me bring Anthony back here. Don't ever fucking come on here with that bullshit ever again. Fuck them Cowboys. It's Giants time, baby. I know the Cowboy people and the Cowboy Nation have been suffering. And yes, once upon a time when I was a little kid, I did have a Cowboys jacket. And I did have an Emmitt Smith jersey and a Deion Sanders jersey.
The old Troy. You had to have the old navy blue starter. You had to have that one, man.
Bro,
that was fire.
Bro. In the 90s, it was the Cowboys, the Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bulls, Lakers, the New York
Lakers
Yankees.
starter jacket.
Come on, man. I remember when that Hornets jersey first dropped, man. The jacket, that shit was fire, bro. Back in the day, man. Oof, I missed that. So, yeah, I hope the Giants can win the Super Bowl, but there's some tough teams in there left. Gilch, where's your money on for the Super Bowl? Who do you think we're going to see in the Super Bowl?
I can't, dude. I could go crazy with the Cowboys, so I can't even make a pick.
So it's going to be Cowboys. That's it. All right. Jay, you got a pick for
I
Super Bowl
predict they will because they usually let everybody down.
It might happen this year, actually. You might be right. They just shitted on Tom Brady. Tom Brady had no help, but, you know.
I go with the 49ers, man.
He's going with the 49ers.
I think
49ers
Cowboys going to have a really, really tough time in San Francisco.
It's going to be an interesting end to the year, man. But we're going to see what's going to happen in the Super Bowl, and we're going to see what's going to happen on AEW this weekend. Anything else going on in the wrestling, guys?
You know what's going on,
breaking news
man?
Today?
Unfortunate passing, man.
Yeah, no, we can get back to that.
And I heard Busted Open, and the
whole show was 3 hours of Briscoe. So they did. The Busted Open did do a fantastic job honoring this man, and hopefully we still have a few shows left in the week. We have Impact tomorrow, and we have SmackDown and Rampage. So they still have 3 more chances for somebody to do a nice big tribute to him. Otherwise, like you guys mentioned earlier, they're probably going to do a big tribute at that next Impact show.
I think that Impact is going to do a tribute.
They should.
I think the reason why there was no tribute on TV, I think there's some controversy behind it.
Yeah, no, I think they will, and I think they should. But I want to thank everybody.
Personally, look, I'm not going to get into all that bullshit, but for me personally, a man just lost his life, lost his family. You got to show some fucking respect, man. At least the 10 belt count, like you mentioned.
Yeah, no, I hope they do a great thing. And everybody, please, like I said, do me a favor tonight before you go to bed. Say a little prayer. If you don't believe in God, just send out some positive vibes into the world so they can go to the family. Whatever you do, just send out that positive energy. And watch out for scams, because a lot of people like to prey on situations like this. So, make sure you're going to the official pages of the Kickstarters and the GoFundMes and all that stuff and find out how you can really help this family. I know I'm going to try to do my part. I'm not a millionaire. I can't give, as much as I would love to, but I'm definitely going to give what I can when I can this year to help support that family, because this was a horrific tragedy that just rocked us in 2023, rocked a lot of wrestlers, rocked a lot of wrestling fans. And this is one that's not going to go away anytime soon. It's going to hurt for a long time to come. And I can't even imagine the road that the family is going to have to go through over the next year. Because, we all love our holidays. We love spending time with our family. We just had Christmas. We just had New Year's. We just had Thanksgiving. And this year they're going to have their first Thanksgiving. First today his brother had to have his first birthday without his brother. And, it's not easy. It's going to be very hard for them. So please, I'm begging. Go find out what you can do to support this family. And I know the wrestling community is going to do what they always do, come together and kick ass and make sure they put on a banger. And this has been Wrestling with Savage. I hope you guys stay in the... Jay, you always leave real quick when I end the show now. If you want, you can stay and hang out for a couple of minutes after if you want. But if you got to go, I 100% understand. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Anthony Loves Wrestling, Gilch, Jay, Tantalizing Tony for coming in, and a shout out to the rest of the Savage Nation. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time right here.
With Mr. Kennedy, and he has a lot to say to everyone out there watching. He's going to be on Wrestling with Savage. Stop yelling so much. Why are you yelling? Why are you yelling? I'm excited.
You're watching this. This is Mr. Kennedy taking a chop from Savage. He just gave me a nice stiff one. Nice stiff one. Oh, solid. So I appreciate you, brother.
You're watching Wrestling with Savage, the best late night wrestling show in the world.
I say you are listening to Wrestling with Savage, the best podcast in the history of podcasts.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live by the champ. Our last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, SmackDown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Because they are the best